Buenos días, familias. Por favor, deje un comentario con el nombre de tu hija o hijo abajo. Esto nos ayuda con la asistencia para mantener programas gratuitos. Muchísimas gracias. Hi, friends. Do you remember talking about fiction and nonfiction last week? What does fiction mean? Fiction means a story that is not real. It's something made up. A story that has characters, setting, problem, solution. Do you remember what nonfiction means? Nonfiction are books that are true. They have facts and real photographs. Today, we're going to be reading Sheepdog and Sheep. Do you think this book is fiction or nonfiction? Why do you think that? If you said fiction, you're right. This book is fiction. It is not real. We know that because this book has drawings and a sheep is driving the truck. That's so silly. Let's do some more fiction and nonfiction practice before we read. All right, friends, we are going to sort books into fiction and nonfiction. On this side, we have fiction books. Fiction means books that are not true. They are made up stories. On this side, we have nonfiction, books that are true, that have real photographs and have facts. Let's look at this first book, Froggy Plays Soccer. Do frogs play soccer in real life? No. That must mean we need to put Froggy Plays Soccer on the fiction side. This one is called Caterpillar to Butterfly. It has real pictures. It's a non-fiction book. What about this book? Let's make it a little bit bigger. The Very Hungry Caterpillar. Where do you think this book goes? If you said fiction, you're right. It has a drawing. Take a closer look at this book. Everything Weather. Facts, photos, and fun that will blow your mind. Does that go into fiction or nonfiction? If you said nonfiction, you're right. This is a true story with facts and real photographs. This book is called The Rainbow Fish. Does it go in fiction or nonfiction? If you said fiction, you're right. The rainbow fish has drawings. It's not true. Ooh, have you read this book before? Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Seuss. Does it go in fiction or nonfiction? Fiction! What about this story? Trains. I see a real photograph, so it goes with nonfiction. Pete the Cat and the Missing Cupcakes. Oh, that's silly. Cats don't eat cupcakes. That must mean it's not true. It goes in fiction. A Day in the Life of a Firefighter. This book has facts and real photographs. It goes over here in nonfiction. What about sharks? Oh, look, down here it says amazing facts and pictures. Where does it go? You're right, it goes over here in nonfiction. Good night, moon. What do you think? You're right. It goes over here in fiction. Horton, Here's a Who by Dr. Seuss. Does it go in fiction or nonfiction? Fiction! Great job, friends! Last one. This book is called Volcanoes. What do you think? You're right, it goes in nonfiction. Great job, friends! It's time to read the story Sheepdog and Sheep Sheep. This is a fiction story. It is made up and talks about how two friends take care of each other. Sheepdog and Sheep Sheep. This is the title page. You got it. It's a sheep. She loves to dance. She knows all kinds of fancy dances, like the wildflower dance, the mud puddle dance, the get the spider off of me dance, and of course, the pee-pee dance. Dancing makes her very happy, and when she's happy, she closes her eyes. And when she closes her eyes, she bumps into things, usually trees. But one day she bumped into something that wasn't a tree. It was someone, a very hairy someone. Holy begonia, she said. Who are you? I'm the sheepdog, the someone replied. I watch the sheep. Well, I'm a sheep. I watch sheep too. Everyone knows I'm an expert at watching sheep. I don't see how you can be much of a sheep watcher with all that hair in your eyes, but I can fix that for you. Be right back. She skipped off towards the farmhouse. Just then, Sheepdog spotted an eagle overhead. It was looking at sheep like a mouse looks at cheese. Uh-oh. The eagle dived, but Sheepdog told him to vamoose. That was so helpful of the sheepdog. Sheep found Sheepdog waiting for her outside the farmhouse. She tied his hair into a pretty bow. Now you'll be able to see the sheep, she said. Except you're still missing something very important. Be right back. Sheepdog looked around. It was true, he could see a little better with his hair pulled up. There was the shed, and the apple tree, and the coyote. Uh-oh. Coyote? Sheepdog told him to skedaddle. Sheep returned with some binoculars. Here you go, she said. Now you'll be able to keep a sharp eye out for the eagles and coyotes. Did he really need that? No, he was able to spot the coyote without it. Now I don't suppose you have a map under all this hair, do you? Sheepdog shook his head no. Well, you're going to need a map so you won't get lost. Be right back. The sheep seems to always be getting into trouble. She danced her way towards the old truck to retrieve a map. The dance made her very happy. She closed her eyes. Because her eyes were closed, she couldn't see that. Oh no, what kind of trouble did she find now? Uh-oh. But Sheepdog dead. Oh, that was so nice. He's helping out his friend. She kept on dancing. She had some extra fancy moves. Like most of Sheep's dances, this one ended with a bump on the head. But she had meant to do that. Really. Sheep fished the map out of the glove box and handed it to Sheepdog. You're all set. You've got a hair bow so you can see, binoculars to keep an eye out for danger, and a map so you won't get lost. Sheep thought for a moment. Now all we need are the sheep. She looked around. Not a sheep in sight. She borrowed Sheepdog's binoculars. Still no sheep. She unfolded the map. Yep, they were definitely in sheep country. Where are all the sheep? She asked. Lose them? Oh no. You're the only sheep, Sheepdog said. Sheep sat down and thought about being the only sheep, and not a sheep. And when she thought, she got very still. And when she got still, she got very quiet. Thinking could do that. Finally, Sheepdog spoke. Maybe you're not a sheep. Maybe you're a dog sheep, and your job is to watch the dog. After a moment, Sheep replied, Well, of course I'm a dog sheep. Everyone knows I'm an expert at watching dogs. I don't know, friends. Is she an expert at watching dogs? Or is the sheepdog an expert at watching sheep? And there she is at the end, dancing. That's the end of our story. What did you think of this story? I thought this story was lots of fun and had beautiful, bright pictures. Ok, amigos, es tu turno. Puedes sortar y ordenar sus libros en grupos de ficción y no ficción. Sí, lo sé que tú puedes. Ok, amigos, nos vemos la semana que viene. Por favor, no olvides de poner tu nombre en los comentarios abajo. Muchas gracias.